Are you struggling right now? Wondering if you could ever be forgiven for the things that you've done? Are you struggling right now? Wondering if you could ever find it in your heart to forgive someone else for something they've done to you? I want you to remember what Jesus Christ did on the cross. He went to that cross. He toted it there. Took a beating, a savage beating for us. They put him up on that cross. They mocked him and they humiliated him and they ridiculed him and they continued to beat him. Every place like that had a dung gate, and that is the place where everybody in that whole community went and used the restroom. They used sponges on sticks to dip in these buckets to wipe with. And that's what they dipped in that sour wine to put to Jesus' lips right before he said, "It is finished." He knew we were lost without him, that we did not know what we were doing without him, and that we needed him to get to heaven if we wanted access. I pray that you want access to heaven today, and I pray that you'll find it in your heart to forgive those who've done something to you that you just can't find it in your heart to forgive them for. And if you think that Jesus can't do it, you better think again. See, sometimes we'll come to a place in our life where we can't find it in our heart to forgive a certain person for something they've done. It could be that bad. And that's why we need Jesus. Because whether or not we can do it or not, we can trust in him to do it. So we got to want what he wants for us, not what we want for us. And the more that you tune your heart to his and you desire what he desires for you and obey his commandments, obey his word, get into it daily, study, get an understanding. In Proverbs it tells us the beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom, but then get insight. Insight is an understanding of the wisdom that you're receiving. Because you can get a little wisdom, you can have it in your hand, but it can fall right back out. But once you get an understanding of that wisdom, it's a tattoo, and it won't come off. It'll retain. So, retain the word today. Retain Jesus. If you don't know him, he died on the cross for your sins. To forgive you of all the wrongs that you've done. Forgiveness. He went to the right hand of the Father. Well, first, when he took on all our sin, he went to hell, took the keys, came back, went to heaven, sat right next to the right hand of the Father, and left his Spirit to guide us to it, to give us access to the Father, to give us access to heaven. He's up there right now preparing a room for you. If you just believe it, you can receive it. But forgiveness is a big part of that. You got to find it in your heart to love people. And even when you just can't find it in your heart to love a certain person, you should pray that Jesus would love them where you can't. That's how you love like Jesus did. We can't be Jesus, all right? Only Jesus can be Jesus. But to strive to be like Jesus is to want the things that he wanted, and he wanted us to love each other. So, sometimes the only way to love somebody is to give them to Jesus. Love y'all.